quickly. This is the before one. The after one, I'll explain the squares and my answer sheet. And hello everyone. I want to explain this set because I'm very excited, which is another geometry set, which is chapter 7 quadrilaterals, set 3, lesson 4, rectangles, rhombus, and squares. This one was called counting squares. We have a cute Alice drew this figure and asked obtuse Ollie how many squares it contains. Ollie said 16. Then Alice then shaded the one outlined in red in the figure and asked Ollie, "Did you count this one too?" To which Ollie replied 17. Okay, and I'm going to show you the figures, and the first question is, how many figures does this actually contain? Explain. These are the two figures, the two first figures. Okay. For number one, I said it contained 30 squares, and this set was a little bit hard because I actually had to see what are the possibilities of a square. So guys, we can have a little diagram. I'm going to show you. Let me just draw it real quick so you guys get a good visual. Let's just draw one more. Anyways, I know this isn't as good, but yep. But anyways, it's a 4x4. Okay. There are 4 sides, right guys? We have 4 strips of 4 cubes. There are 16 small cubes. So guys, put 16 first. And then we have 9 2x2 squares, which is like this. So in our diagram, we have 1, 1, 1, which are 4 strips. And then we have 4 cubes. Therefore, the 2x2 squares they all have 4 small squares in. And over here, right here, so this top would be 4. We have another one here, and count that all around is 4. And then don't forget the middle part. The middle part, we would have another 2x2 here, another 2x2 there. That means we're at 6 right now. How we got 9 is also, we get one in between the top. So it would, on the top, it would have, let's say, that would be 8 small squares in all, and there would be 2 extra ones on the side. Same thing goes for the bottom. That's 4. And then, of course, we have 1 fully in the middle. So that's our 9 2x2 squares. And then for our 4 3x3 squares, 4. So we had our 3x3 squares. Sorry, guys. Our 3x3 square, this one kind of tricked me out. So I did have to, sorry, guys. I had to search it up. But a 3x3 square is, I need to draw, I'm not good at it too. It would have 3 columns. 3 columns each way. This is a 3x3 square. That was our small square, like the first diagram. And that, we would have 4 of those. So 4 of those would basically be 1 in each corner. So that is it. And then for our last one, we have one 4x4 square, which is the whole entire thing. So if we add 1 plus 4, 5. 5 plus 9, what's that, guys? It's 14. And 16 plus 14 is 30. So we have 30 squares in all. And then for revenge, Ollie then drew the figure below and asked Alice how many squares it contains. Alice said 14. She was close, but there are 15 squares. I'm going to show you the figure, and we are going to catch her mistake. And she is honestly less wrong than Ollie is right. Because Ollie, in the first figure, had so many less because he didn't consider all the possibilities. This figure that Ollie drew is easier to count the squares than Alice's. So in this square, there are 7 small squares. So we put 7 in our total count. Then we have a 1 3x3 square. We have 1 4x4 square. And then we have 6 2x2 squares. So that's 7 small squares. Then we have 2, and then 2 plus 7 is 9. And then for our last 6 is our 2x2 squares. Our 2x2 squares are right, so we have one in the far, we have one in each corner. That's one example, one down here, one over here, and one over here. We have one in the middle too, so that's 5. And then Allie, what's her name? Alice did not count the last one, so we have one in each corner, and then we had one in the middle over there. And for our last one, there was one in the middle between these two. So there's one over here, one in the middle, one over there, one over there, one over here, one over there. So that's 6. 6 plus 9 is 15. And she counted 14. She was close, but missed one of the 2x2 squares. Or could have been any one. So I would say Alice is wrong for number 2. Because she missed one of her squares. So I counted that into 15, which there are 7 small squares, 6 2x2 squares, 1 3x3, and then 1 4x4 squares. Thank you guys so much for watching our video. I'll see you in our next video. Please make sure that you saw the photos before and after, so you guys get a better look at the questions.
15,
Bye-bye.
15, 15, 15.
Yeah, sorry guys, camera's not focusing. So this is our first one right here. This is the figure that Alice drew. This is the same figure Alice drew, but she outlined it, the top in red. This is Ollie's square. See, there's one here, one there, one here, one right there, and then one here. We have a 3x3 square right there, a 4x4 here, and 7 small squares. Does that make sense? Good. And then up here we have the red right here. That's 1 2x2, 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 1 2x2. And then we have 3 3x3s. One here, one here, one here. 4. Then we have 1 4x4. And then we have our 16 small squares. I hope this makes sense. Now this is my answer sheet. I did draw a few things for the video to make it a little bit easier to show.